Let's save here. Actually, I'm starting to think maybe I should do it in the Markava. So I may have to switch characters for some of this stuff. Okay, we got Risha in here, so Risha and Ellie. Okay, I guess I should just do them by character. Peddler's Noodles. Let's give Risha the Efforts Quartz. The Effort Quartz. And give her the EP3 later. Where is it? Here. Increases the chance of cooking a supreme dish. Oops, that's the wrong menu. Hell's Kitchen. Gehenna's Kitchen. There's the achievement. Okay, now that we've done that, we can finally turn all these in to get some extra rewards and achievements. Complete the food quests, basically. Okay, so you do need to reset it every time you turn one in. And every few you should get a reward. Or maybe in this game you only get a reward when you give all of them. Interesting. Oh, a Teraballman, a letter lay here. To you who faithfully offers dishes, I give my thanks. It is a great comfort to know that someone other than myself visits this great Jiso so frequently, and with delicious offerings, no less. Though I know not who you are, allow me to leave you a small token of gratitude. Please consider it a gift for your continued devotion. Oh. Having trouble getting out. Oh, tiara balm and a letter lay on the shrine. The season continues to be a drizzly one. How have you been spending your days, I wonder? In hoping that you will return to offer dishes once more, I have taken the liberty of writing you another letter. While gazing out upon the bustling street the other day, I spotted several children running about with great joy and vigor. I saw them in the area quite often, but even still, it pleased me to know they got along so well. All eyes are on Crosswell, but what better treasure does this city have than the steady growth of our youth? I pondered this and a great deal other matters over and over. Oh, how I would love for these peaceful times to continue forever. This is all I can write for today, but first I have prepared you another small token of gratitude. I would be simply delighted if it were to prove useful to you. Tiara Ball. Offer supreme dish? Yes. Oh, another letter. To you who faithfully offers dishes, how do you fare today? I am deeply grateful for your many visits to the gracious Jiso. Is that how you say that? Jiso? The other day, I was standing in my kitchen thinking about the delicious dishes you've offered when suddenly I decided to try and make one myself. My mother had hammered her culinary teachings into me during my youth, but despite my zeal and confidence, fate had other plans. The cream stew I'd slaved over was not quite according to recipe. My family, however, spared me and complimented the taste. Although these are trying times, I am grateful that we are able to continue living our daily lives. May your days be as peaceful as I found mine to be. I don't actually know who is writing these. I feel like it should be an NPC we know, but at the same time, I guess I haven't talked to the random people in the East Street that often. Aside from like Shan, Noel's mother, and a few select people. As the grass grows and the sun shines, I can sense the turning of the seasons. To you who offers dishes. To you who offer dishes. It's like you, plural. I pray for your health in the days to come. As for myself, I went to City Hall the other day and came across an old acquaintance from my school years. She'd been away from Crossbow for a long while, but returned when her son's family moved into town. Imagine our surprise bumping into one another. Neither of us had changed from our younger days. It had been some time before we last were in contact, so we reminisced about past trends throughout the years, as well as our difficulties during the war. Perhaps that fateful encounter was arranged by none other than the great Jizo. But I digress. I will continue praying for your health. Goodbye, and may you be well. Midnight Delight. A small package and a letter lay on the shrine. To those who faithfully offer dishes, thank you for your bountiful offerings to the great Jizo. I moved to this area with my father when I was a child. Every day since, I have prayed to the Jizo, growing attached to it over time. Very few people visit this shrine anymore, but the fact that there are still kind souls like yourselves who do brings me much relief. It's reassuring to know that others share in my sentiments. I apologize for the long letter, but please accept this small token of my gratitude. It's a pity we have yet to meet in person, but so long as I am in good health, I will continue to visit the great Jizo, each and every day. Perhaps it's only a matter of time before our paths cross. 2 Gerald bombs were inside the package. We've offered a lot of dishes to this Jizo. They weren't meant to be formal prayers or anything, but it wouldn't hurt to try. Hey guys, since we're already here, why don't we offer a prayer to the Jizo statue before we head out? You know, for luck. I don't see any reason not to. Do we really have time for this nonsense? The sentiments behind the gesture are well worth the few minutes it will take to make them. A bit of meditation will probably do our morale some good too. So come on, let's get to praying. In Eastern tradition, I believe you join your hands like so. Is this right? I'm pretty sure you're also supposed to drop your shoulders and put your hands at a 45-degree angle. Everyone prayed. Oh dear, my apologies. My hearing isn't what it used to be these days. Is this the kindly neighbor that keeps giving me Tyrrell balms? Could it be? Old Lady Paola. Paola. Pardon? I may be wrong, but are you the ones responsible for leaving so many dishes for the Jizo? Wait a minute. You must be the anonymous neighbor. Why yes, so it is you. To think those offerings came from you adorable little youngsters. I thought for sure it was something closer to my age. Well, to be fair, we were mostly doing it as motivation to improve our cooking. Man though, talk about a shocker. You're the lady we see in the downtown district every now and then, yeah? Given the level of literary sophistication in those letters, I always suspected the author was an older adult. I do apologize for taking up so much of your valuable time with my scrawlings. But to think I was writing to you all along. My, but this world is always filled with so many lovely surprises. This Jizo has witnessed many trying times throughout Crossbow's history. Once it was even demolished. However, time and again, the people of this neighborhood would repair it with great care. People seldom visit it these days, but I'm glad it still holds significance for some. Ah, that reminds me, I have something here that might interest you. Admittedly, it's merely a gift I'm hoping to give, but perhaps all of you could appreciate it better. You really don't have to do that. Now, no need to be modest. Consider it a small token of my gratitude. Received Kusanagi. An old friend gave this to me, but I have no use for such things. That Imelda. She's always had trouble when it comes to giving gifts. Farewell then. I would be delighted if you could continue visiting the great Jizo when you have the time. I like how the reflection on her glasses changes a bit when she moves. I don't get what her deal is, but that was one classy old lady. She appeared to be quite sprightly despite her age. This is a master quartz, and did she say she got it from Imelda? She was as kind as she was mysterious. I do recall grandfather mentioning a woman 1 generation his senior who was once regarded as the belle of Crossbellan High Society. But surely he didn't mean her, right? No, he did. Do these children really know nothing? Paola wants to crossbow by storm. There's no harm coming back to pay a little respect to the Jisoo every now and then. Idea certainly wouldn't mind. Anyway, shouldn't we be heading out, old leader of ours? Yeah, we should. I don't know about you guys, but I feel ready for just about anything now. Let's go, everybody. So there's the Supreme Dish stuff done. I should check what the Kusanagi Quartz does, actually. So it's a strength attack and arts attack. Quartz, recover HP through attacks and crafts. Recover 20% of damage as HP. Recover EP through offensive arts. It activates when using magic attacks. Recover 1% of damage as EP. Okay. This might be good for Risha, actually. Since she's sort of the hybrid DPS. I need to get Noelle here. Let me go back and get my party the way it was. I wanted to talk to her mom while Noelle wasn't here. Feels bad. Keep trying to get Randy out. Okay. Let me just make a little trip to Noelle's house to see if her mom has anything interesting to say to her. I forgot with all this dish making. Jeez, Mom. She just has a little bit of additional dialogue. Okay. Now, we need to go to the police academy to give away all our shitty dishes. And I hope I have I hope I have one of all of them. I don't think I've used up any of the bad dishes. So that should be fine. Okay. Here is the teleporter. Travel to Crossbow Police Academy. Juna. How are you doing? Oh, hey, SSS! I heard you guys were the ones who managed to liberate the city. I heard you killed the president, and now you're off to finally put an end to all the turmoil here in Crossbow. Which means you're headed to that giant tree to rescue Kia, aren't you? Yeah, we are. Who gave you the script? Why do you know all this? I'm guessing Marilla or Sonia caught you up on all of that? Even then, you seem to be quite familiar with Kia's circumstances. Yeah, we had a lot of time to bond whenever I'd go pick up Ken and Nana from Sunday school. I can't believe that what they put her through. Propping her up as some divine child or whatever after we became independent. It's not like I fully get everything that's been going on or why, but I know she's waiting on you to come rescue her. So do us all a favor and bring her home. And give her an extra hug from me too. Don't worry, we will. Yet another life that Kia and the SSS have touched. Thank you, Juna. I think we needed to hear that. We plan to fulfill our duties to the best of our ability. You make sure you do the same, okay? Righty, just leave it to me. I'll help out on the ground however I can. See you in Cold Steel, I guess. Let's see. Is that you, Special Support Section? Thank God you're all safe. Same to you, Juan. Juan. Part of the Metropolitan Division has taken post here from the look of things. Wasn't this place occupied by the Defense Force not too long ago? That's right. They withdrew after learning that the President was taken into custody. With all the chaos that's broken out around the state, we need them to place their full attention on settling things down and looking at the borders. Before the Imperial and the Republican Army clear us out. Once they cleared out, reinforcements from Police HQ arrived to help quash any lingering disturbances here. Good to hear. What happened to old Garcia? Good question. Didn't he help you break out of jail, Lloyd? Yeah, I really owe him one for lending me a hand back there. Wait, what am I doing? I just admitted to my guilt at the scene of the crime. Actually, your detainment was deemed unlawful the moment President Croix was apprehended, so, no harm, no foul. No need to worry your head over it at all. Especially when there are far more pressing matters at hand. As far as Garcia goes, he put up a fight against the defense force and was eventually restrained. We have him back in his old cell, where he's currently undergoing treatment. Treatment? If he fought the defense force alone, he must be exhausted to the bone at the very least. He's going to be bedridden for some time, yes. But if you'd like to visit him, I could arrange for that. Visit Garcia! I should thank Garcia for what he did for me back then. Yeah, I'd appreciate that, Juan. Sure thing. I'll have Melvin guide you there. I don't recognize these names. Prison Officer Melvin. Visitation is 10 minutes maximum. As the inmate is currently injured, you have been granted special permission to greet him in his cell. Keep in mind that making direct contact with the incarcerated party or exchanging objects of any kind is strictly prohibited. Understood. Alright then. Rossi, you have visitors. Garcia Rossi. Send them in. It's interesting that they make it so obvious when something is locked or unlocked. At least electronically. Hello, Garcia. Ha, we meet again, kid. Good to see you managed to round up your pals. Whoa there, big fella. You sure you should be sitting up right now? We heard you had a pretty nasty run-in with the defense force. I've been better. Wouldn't exactly call a bare-knuckle brawl against rifles and stun halberds stacked in my favor. Hell, just sitting up was a struggle. What an embarrassment I am. You're making it look easy considering what you went through. You certainly live up to your vaunted reputation as Zephyr's killing bear. That said, this appears to be the extent of his range of motion at present. I still owe you my thanks, Garcia. If you hadn't helped me escape this place back then... I'm not sure how I ever would have found my friends, let alone make it this far. Lloyd. Ha, you came all the way here just to say that? I told you, our little partnership was over the second we got past the front gate of the prison. In my eyes, you're still the punk bastard who took down Ravache. That ain't ever gonna change, got it? So you say, but that doesn't mean I can't express my gratitude. So thank you, Garcia. It's because of you that all of us are together again. And now that we are, we're going to reach the truth, resolve this incident, and protect Crossbow. I promise you that. Tch, makes me sick to my stomach how much you remind me of him. I can see it in your eyes, the tenacity, the way he wouldn't throw in the towel no matter what anyone said or how hard his ass got beat. You're the spitting image of your brother, Bannings, through and through. Damn, old man. I'll take that as a compliment. Can't believe you got me to say that sappy garbage out loud. Don't you have somewhere else to be right now? Can't make good on that promise if you're hanging out here. I mean. So go on, beat it. Right, I get the message. Let's go, everyone. Damn, old Bear is still holding it together a lot better than I thought he'd be. You're right, I'm sure he'll be fully recovered and back on his feet before long. That aside, I certainly wasn't expecting words of encouragement from someone like him. He's definitely changed since we first met. With all the crazy things he's gone through this year, I think it only makes sense. You mean the two crazy things? What? Why are you all looking at me like that? Well, I guess, yeah, the first game also takes place within this 1 year. And there was a lot of crazy stuff then. He's just been stuck in prison for 6 months, if anything. The way you said that, do you sincerely believe that it has nothing to do with you? Well, it does have that kind of effect on people. Not the protagonist aura. Come on, man. Being a baby-faced lady killer is one thing, but did you seriously become a bear tamer while you were behind bars too? That's the Lloyd we know and love. Yeah, but we're not done here, though. If you remember, towards the beginning of the game, Juan is the person that asks us for peculiar dishes, and now we should have all of them, so let's start handing them over. Anyway, now we should have all the peculiar dishes to give to Mr. Juan. Ah, damn it. I'm like trying to hurry it up and I'm just not actually doing it. Well, would you look at that? You kids have given me a whole buffet of peculiar dishes by now. That should be more than enough to help the forensics class out with their training. Thanks for really cooking up a storm. Don't mention it, Juan. I'm always happy to lend a hand to the old alma mater. Commendable as ever, aren't we? You haven't changed a bit since those days, Lloyd. But at the very least, let me give you something as a token of my appreciation. It's an Enigma 2 quartz we recently put into service. They provided us with one extra, so I want you to have it. Received, Shroud. Oh, thanks, Juan. We'll be sure to make good use of it. It's the least I could do for all of your help. The next time I need a hand, I'll know who to call. And it's not a master quartz, as I thought it was, but enemies less likely to notice you on the field, affects the whole party, and it also gives quite a few points for basically every element. So anyone that equips it will probably be able to do a bunch of stuff. Okay, now we finish the food quests in this video game, and we have both achievements. So what's left? There are a couple Bond scenes that we haven't seen, I believe. So let's go around taking care of those. We still have some time on the stream left to go. Okay, so first for something that's not really important to anything. I believe here in the sun bar we can get some bait from someone. It's useless to us at this point, but I just wanted to point it out, so let's try to find the NPC. Finally outside the city. Nothing beats casting a line with Mother Nature at your side. It's important to keep a cool and steady attitude. That's why I want you to use these if you ever need some time to unwind, Lloyd. Rainbow Gem EX. Wow, thanks, Peter. So, there's no point to you using these at this point in the game, but they're there. Now, we do have a couple important events at St. Ursula, so that's where we're heading next. Now, Risha tries to excuse herself, and we're like, screw you, come here. Wait, Risha, why not come with us? The least you could do is hear Ilya's voice again. Hear her voice? You don't think you'll be ready to face her until the dust has settled, right? I get why you feel that way, and I respect your decision, but would standing outside of Ilya's room while we visit and hearing what she has to say go against that? It doesn't sound like a bad idea to me. We've already come this far. Can't you reward yourself just a little? Yes, keep in mind that our toughest battles are still to come. Ilya's one of the people you're fighting for. Surely it would give you strength to hear from her. They're right, Risha. And if we're there talking with her, she'll never notice that you're right outside the door. Take it from me, after the raid on the city, it was seeing and hearing Fran again that got me back on my feet. You're right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I'll do it then. I'll come along and stand outside the room while you visit her. If you don't mind, that is. Of course we don't. Yeah, now let's go see Ilya. So important that you bring Risha here if you want some extra scenes. But before that, we were asked to talk with Cecile, so we're going to. This is where you were, Cecile. Hello, Lloyd. I had to come out and have a look at the tree, that tree for myself. I've never seen anything like it. The sight of it is completely alien, yet somehow soothing, almost endearingly so. It pains me that I can empathize. Bill did say that tree itself is Kia. In that sense, I don't think what Cecile is feeling is strange at all. Say, Lloyd, you're all headed there, aren't you? That's right. Somewhere in that tree we'll find Kia, as well as the truths we've been looking for. No matter how dangerous it may be, we can't turn back now. We have to keep moving forward. I understand. But if I'm being completely honest, I want nothing more than to keep you here with me, away from danger. 3 years ago, I lost someone I loved very dearly. I can't bear to go through that again. Cecile. But I know if Guy were here with us today, he'd be doing the exact same thing as you. He would leap into action without a second thought to protect what was most dear to him. You're right, Cecile. So, that being the case, I want you to promise me one thing. That you'll come back safely, with Kia's smiling face in tow. If you can give me your word on that, I'll stay right here, waiting patiently for you to return. Cecile. It's a promise. Just give us time, and we'll be back before you know it. This is going to be our most difficult battle yet, but we will prevail. That's right. Nothing is going to stop us from bringing Kia home. We've also got to beat some sense into Arios too. Right, it wouldn't be mission complete otherwise. Thank you, everyone. I think I can be at ease now. And as a little symbol for promise, I want you to have this. Received a valiant heart. What's this, Cecile? It's your bond gift. A present Guy gave to me when I took my final exam at nursing school. Whenever I feel I'm in need of his personal brand of strength and courage, I just take this pendant in my hand and clutch it tight. It's very precious to me, so as part of our promise, I want you to bring it back safely with you. It'll be our honor. We'll make sure to return this once everything's settled. Good. Then may the blessing of the goddess be with you all. Let's check that accessory out. Strength, defense, arts attack, and arts defense. We have to replace this freaking metal. Yeah, definitely. But I'm wondering if maybe I should give this to Ellie and trade this with Tio. I think this is a better trade with the way that I'm using these two characters. Alright, Braylus, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. We're going to go visit Aelia now. And I'm trying to settle things so that next stream we can actually tackle the final dungeon. But we may still have some things to do in the meantime, some optional quests and the like. But yeah, hopefully so. Hopefully end of game next stream. We'll see. It's either next stream or the one after that. We're getting very close to it. It depends on how long the final dungeon ends up taking. But yeah, have a good night, Braylus. I'll stay behind while you all go inside. Of course, whatever you're comfortable with. Trust us, we won't let on that you're out here. Like, Ilia's not just going to notice because it's more interesting that way. I was wondering where all of you were. I can tell things have taken a turn for the worse. They're saying some bizarre giant tree sprouted out of nowhere. Yeah, the situation is complicated at the moment. To tell you the truth, we don't have the answers ourselves. As much as we'd like to, we can't say for certain that the hospital is safe either. Take care of yourself, Ilya. We'd hate for something to happen to you again. Don't you worry about me, Ellie. I don't know exactly what's going on out there, but I do know you kids are going to pull through. As long as you keep on fighting, the things that matter most to you are always in your reach. The same goes for me. I'm not giving up until I take to the stage again. You're in that final act now, boys and girls. Get out there and finish what you started. Thank you, Ilya. Hell yeah, nothing like a pep talk from the fervent dancer to get you raring to go. By the way, there's a certain someone over there who's so worried she just couldn't stay away, am I right? Ilya, how did you... You could tell? I don't know who it is, but they must be a shy little sweetheart. One who's ironically reserved in spite of that strikingly perfect body of theirs. Doesn't know my ass. So much for not noticing her. Well, mystery stranger, whoever you are, you should know that I've already started my rehabilitation. So if you don't keep practicing, I'm going to catch up and pass you again in no time. If you don't want to be left behind, you had better settle things quickly so we can finish what we started. One more thing, take care and look after yourself, because no matter how strong you are, you're still a young girl. With that said, just like on our stage, there are some strengths that only a woman can show. As long as you remember that, I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sorry, Ilya. Well, I think I've taken enough of your valuable time for one visit. You all had better be careful too, little guy. I don't want to find out that you made my darling Cecile cry, you know? We won't, Ilya. Wouldn't dream of it. Shaking SFX. I owe you an apology, Risha. I never imagined she'd be able to notice you from she'll be able to notice you from outside the room. You were trying to conceal that your presence with that magical yin hu... What? You were trying to conceal your presence with that magical yin hoo-ha, weren't you? How the heck did she catch on? Simply put, Ilya is a genius. She probably knew it was me from the sound of my footsteps and the pattern of my breaths. After all, synchronizing our breathing is something we were used to doing when we perform. If only she could be this sharp and attentive to things unrelated to the stage, too. She can be a little untidy behind the scenes. Such things are what we have come to expect from Ilya. But you know, I'm really happy for the two of you, Risha. Yes, her words were just what I needed to strengthen my own resolve. I'm ready, everyone. Let's go. We're right there with you, Risha. Every step of the way. Now, before we forget, we still have a Bond scene with Ilya herself. So if you go back in here... Hey, little guy, you're just the man I wanted to see. Do me a favor and take this. The fervent dancer's hairpin. What's this? It's the hair ornament I was wearing on stage during my first night as Arkansas's lead performer. I've been holding on to it ever since. It helps me keep the same resolve I had with me that night. It's quite the collector's item, you know? I'll say, there are some nuts who would kill to get their hands on that thing. Ilya, I can't take something like this. Not when it's this important to you. Oh, it's fine. Think of it as a gift for all that you've done for me. I want you to carry it with you as a good luck charm, okay? Alright, thank you, Ilya. I'll cherish it. And now that we got all the Bond scenes, you get the achievement. The girls are alright. Okay, now that we've done this, we need to go around the country picking up some stuff and talking to some other people that are rather interesting. We have completed all Bond scenes now, however. So that's done, finally. We don't need to worry about those little points. These should be relatively short scenes, though, or conversations. So first of all, let's go to our Morika village. Here we found Bracer Scott. I've been looking for a way to deal with the Pleroma grass in these lotus fields. Problem is, the moment you weed it out, it grows right back. If only we could get rid of it altogether. There's something I want you all to know. It's time. I'm ready to set a date and tie the knot with Pearl. I haven't actually brought it up to her yet, with everything going on, but preparations are already underway. I feel like I completely missed this development. Or maybe it did pop up in the previous game. I don't remember it at all. Well, good for you, Scott. In any case, I wasn't really here for him. A worn-out priest and sister checked in a little bit ago. It's a shame that Brelo stepped out since he likes Kevin so much, but they're staying at the inn. Get a little scene. Wait, is that Reese? The SSS. Hey guys, how's it going? Wouldn't be right to not have a last chance to talk to them. Particularly Reese, since she's been around the whole game. We heard about your victory. Yeah, big ups for shooting that high-flying ion out of the sky. It truly is a spectacular feat. Well done. Thanks. We didn't exactly come out of it unscathed, though. I had to go all out, so I'm pretty drained right now. It's gonna take me a bit to recharge. Abbas did mention something about that. The power you have comes at a great cost, correct? It was that dangerous? It was. Stigmas are a source of forbidden power that is difficult for the human body to contain. There's a limit to how much of it can be released at one time. A Dominion would never be so foolish or reckless as to push that limit. Not a responsible one, anyway. Now that I think about it, it probably would have been better to have Lassie for this scene. Sheesh, Reese. I said I was sorry. Give me a break already, will ya? Kind of ironic how the Dominion isn't the dominant one here. The Grossrider's Dominions are a far cry from what I've heard about them. In other news, how about our last second twist down in the wetlands, eh? The Azure Tree, a miracle born of mankind's obstinance. It's unthinkable that any being apart from Eidos could manifest something like that. And at its core is Kia's power. That's right. In all honesty, we have yet to come to terms with it ourselves. But even still, we plan to close this case our way. This is personal for us. Not just as the SSS, but as Kyo's family. I never doubted it. You made your stance pretty clear the last time we were face to face. Merkaba's gonna be out of commission for a while. We'll come lend you a hand though, if we can get it back up and running. And even if we don't, I know Audius will be protecting you. Be careful, everyone. You got it, Reese. We'll just be going then. Thank you, Reese. You got a Mamoru. That smile. Merkaba's gonna be out of commission for a while. We'll come lend you a hand though, if we can get it up and running. Good luck out there, guys. I feel like they were supposed to give me something. Maybe I was wrong. Ah, you need to have us in your party for a little gift. My bad. I wasn't expecting that. I wonder if it's a separate event. Sorry, Noel. Come in, Wasi. Game actually punishing me for not doing this scene with him. And Wasi, you better not do anything crazy out there. Take it from me. Blow through your power all at once and it's gonna hurt. If it doesn't outright kill you, that is. Right, I'll take that to heart. Oh yeah, before I forget, take this, Lloyd. Received Simoy Ore Shard. Yo, for real? Where do you get this? Found it where the ion crashed. It probably broke off on impact. I picked it up thinking you might be able to put it to good use. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, but go ahead and have it anyway. If you insist. Thank you, Kevin. So that's that. Now, let's go over to Mines. Should be able to find some other interesting characters over there. Oh, hey guys. Hello. That's very nonchalant. Estelle? Joshua? So this is where you went after the operation. We heard you guys laid waste to one of the ions. Indeed, with Pater Mater, you all must make for a formidable team. Yeah, haha, we actually got wrecked. It's true that we wouldn't be here if not for his sacrifice. Huh? Come to think of it, where's Ren? Fast asleep. Meister George, we weren't aware you were here. Well, I am, at their request. Despite the chaos outside, I couldn't stay away after Pater Mater's death. That archaism died. Wait, so you mean... Yeah, he grabbed that blue ion, dragged it up into the clouds with him, and then... he self-destructed. Completely off his own volition. So that's what happened. That machine opted to sacrifice itself. She's probably been crying for hours, huh? Poor girl must be tuckered out by now. Of course she is. The two of them were so close they're practically inseparable. Pater Mater resigned itself to its fate. I cannot help but admire the heart it displayed in choosing to give its own life to protect that girl. As a doll maker, I couldn't be prouder. Meister. We've been getting in reports about what's going on. Things have gotten worse, haven't they? We'd be happy to lend you some help once we fully recovered. Thanks, you two, but you don't have to worry about that. Your health should be your top priority right now. Take all the time you need. I'm not saying we want to end up like the little Missy Stall, but taking Kitos back is something we gotta do on our own. No holds barred. We can respect that. Good luck, guys. Be careful out there. May the goddess protect you all. We're told that Professor Novartis had already left Crossbow too. It must be a relief to know that you won't have to deal with the society from here on. To be honest, we're not even sure what their goal here was. Though from the sounds of it, their sights are squarely set on the Empire. The Phantasmal Blaze plan. What they did in Crossbow may have only been the first ripple of a much larger scheme. I hope Olivier and the others are alright. When I say Olivier, you're talking about Prince Olivert, right? That's right, we haven't been able to get in contact with him since the civil war in Erebonia began. He's probably not in any danger, as long as Mueller's with him, but then again... It's natural to be worried, given the circumstances. Oh, that reminds me, you all should have this. Received Simorianor Shard. Where do you get this? We found it near where Patramatur passed away. I'm assuming it broke off the ion. Maybe you can find a good use for it. Poor robot. Don't worry about Ren, by the way. She's grown a lot stronger over these last 6 months. And she's not alone anymore. I know she can make it through this. Okay, good. Please give her our regards when she's up. But Termatur's logic circuits were not originally designed with autonomous functionality in mind. Perhaps through its time with Ren, it acquired something akin to a soul. I've been a doll maker for decades now, but evidently I still have much to learn. So that's that at mining town. Let's see what else we can get up to. There should be 3 ore shards as well, right? Still need 2 more. Let's go to Michelin Resort. Oh, game's actually like stuttering a bit. Wonder why. Anyway, if you go talk to the fortune teller here, with all of the Sunshine Agnes books, I guess I should leaf over them for anyone that wants to see them. We are going to just trade them in for Simorian ore. So by the way, I believe this one is referencing a character that comes up in Cold Steel. A witch! The which one? Who knows? Those books you have on you, will they happen to be from the Sunshine Agnes series? I see them around the city from time to time. You mean these novels? They are. It just so happens that we've gathered every volume. Well, isn't that wonderful? I've had the privilege of leafing through one of them before. It was quite an insightful read. The story is fiction, of course, but I couldn't help feeling a bit of kinship with the heroine. In any case, I have decided to remain here as a spectator to these events unfolding in Crossbow. That series would make for a lovely bit of light reading to pass the time with. We do have the entire collection. Should we hand it over to her? Hand over the novels. Here you are, miss. We'd like for you to have these. Oh, are you positive about this? If Lloyd thinks so, then yes. Most of them we received as gifts anyway. Yep, so go ahead, babe. Read your heart out. If you insist, I'll gladly accept them. It would be rude of me to accept these without offering you anything in return, and I couldn't possibly have that, so please, take this. Simorian ore. Like, not a shard. A whole ore. Wait, is this? It fell into my hands some time ago in my other line of work. You may take it if you'd like, though I cannot say if you'll find a use for it. Are you sure you're okay with that? This seems like it could be valuable. Oh, it's quite alright with me. After all, I am but a witness to how this turmoil in Crossbow will unfold. Granting you this small gift should hardly qualify as interfering. Ignore me. I'm simply thinking out loud. Be sure to take good care of it. We will. Thank you very much. So she is... an Ouroboros Enforcer, actually. A character that was supposed to have died in a previous game, and then clearly didn't. Also, there's more here, actually. If we go to the top of the Castle of Mirrors, we should be able to find more Simorinor. I don't remember if there are enemies around, though. Oh yeah, it looks like there are. I actually see the pips. There we go. Okay, our next destination will be Belgard Gate. I was going to say Tangram for a second. There's one more character with a portrait that we need to talk to. I believe if you've been following the stream, you already know who that is. Or you can guess, make an educated guess. Man, I wish I could just go into a menu and teleport. But yeah, Belgard Gate. Let's go to the roof. Actually, I wonder if I can go to that menu and just have the Merkaba pick me up. No, I totally can't. Damn. That sucks. Commander Bales, I was wondering where you were. Ah, hello there, SSS. Quite the view, ain't it? Oh, it looks like they put up barriers in the holes now. We saw it happen too, that white ion obliterating the railway guns, the railway guns in the blink of an eye. She didn't do it herself, but Kia's power was still the cause of this. We received some intriguing intel from the Empire that you may like to hear, but we have no way to confirm it. There are soldiers unaccounted for, but the Imperial Army has yet to confirm a single casualty as a result of the Ion's attack. Are you saying they could still be alive? Given what happened to the fortress, it would have to be a miracle. Again, that isn't confirmed, nor do we understand what happened during the attack from a scientific standpoint. But the matter that was affected by the White Ion's ability to manipulate space may not have been destroyed per se. If that's the case, then Kia may have influenced the miracle subconsciously. I'm sure Erebonia is suffering enough due to the war. It would be a relief if their soldiers could be returned. By the way, I heard the good news. Like, maybe the ones from Garelia Fortress are fine, but I bet the ones that got destroyed by the mechs, by the beam cannons, are probably still dead. By the way, I heard the good news. Your operation in Crossbow City was quite the success, it seems. Went better than what we ever could have expected. We wouldn't have pulled it off if not for you, Commander. It was your sleep of the tongue that allowed us to pursue the declaration of invalidity. Oh, we should have brought Noel here. Since we're talking to Bales. Please, I didn't do anything of note. Everything you have achieved is of your own doing. I have merely commanded the Crossbow Defense Force in accordance with the orders I was given by the President. Now that the state's independence has been called into question, I may not be fit to serve in this position any longer. Wait, what are you saying? That would be going a bit overboard, don't you think? You needn't worry. I fully understand what is required of me here and now. As for what I'll do when all of this is over, however, that's harder to say. Regardless, for the time being, I will continue to carry out my role as commander to the best of my ability. Okay. Where's the door? Here. That should be the last event we need to see, but there is one more Simurian ore shard we can find. Now the question is, where is it? It should be by the railway tracks, but I don't quite remember where that is. Was that in Old Armorica Road or in West Crossbow Highway? I don't remember. I guess I just walk around here and make sure. Yeah, I think it was in this area. Oh. I think I missed. Looks like I missed one of these at some point. Is it even in the map? This might be a baby monster chest that I just missed completely. Oh yeah. Damn. I guess that's the thing that happens. Well, that's that. Prankster. There it is. No wonder I didn't have it. Use the code WISHY with Mishy to get 500 Mira off your next Crossbow Eats order. No wonder I never got the Prankster Quartz. But it was weird that I didn't have one. Ah, here's the railway tracks. Now let me check exactly where they should be. Okay, should be around here. Simurian ore shard. So yeah, there's one for Return Mater and one for the Ion that he destroyed, that Joshua gave us. Okay, now we're allowed to go back. I'm actually not sure if it's faster to go back this way or to go straight to Tangram or Belgard, I mean, and climb back up. I already made my choice, I guess. Man, I'm sad that there are probably other chests that I missed. Okay, back to Crossbow. At least we don't have to worry about where our car is anymore. Okay. It's already been 3 hours, but let me see if I can push along a little bit further. Anyway, I believe we already have 5 shards plus the whole chunk of ore we got. Yeah, so let's go talk to Guillaume in the downtown district. I cannot believe what's going on out there. Makes me wish I wish there was more I could do to give you kids a hand. If only I had some of the good stuff. The good stuff? I'm talking about Simurian ore, my boy. It's a metal that's sometimes found in ruins from the ancient civilization. Over a year ago, some famous professor perfected a process for refining this stuff and made some primo gear out of it. If I could get my hands on some, I'd be able to make you these top-of-the-line weapons I've been drafting up. Heck, they'd be better than anything I ever built here before, hands down. You mean they'd be even stronger? Damn, top of the line is right. We do have a dire need for greater firepower, given the circumstances. 5 small shards of the stuff would be enough for one. That fortune teller gave us some more ore in exchange of those books, and I think I have some shards I picked up earlier too. You figure out a lead on where to get a hold of some? In that case, I'll start prepping to have those weapons made. Talk to me again once you've got some more ore. 5 shards will work just fine too. Got it. Thanks, Guillaume. So let's save again. And we only have enough for 2, so we need to decide like who we want to give them to. Is that a Simorian ore? I can make you a weapon like you've never seen before with that thing. Sure, let's do it. I only make one at a time, so think long and hard about what kind of weapon you want. Oh, it doesn't tell us what they do. Okay. Let's try Lloyd's. Would be nice to actually give him a weapon that works. And I do believe this has evasion on it. Received infinity. Thank you very much, Mr. Guillaume. We'll put this to good use. Strong arms of the law. You get this for just making any weapon. You don't need to like make it for specific characters. So yeah, infinity. Strength plus 700, defense up, speed up, and evasion up. It's a shame that we won't be able to use Zero Breaker with Lloyd, but this is good. Also, I'm thinking I should give this to someone else. Do I have any equipment that's... just 15% evasion? Meshi hat. And you can take the evergreen. But then who takes Fran's charm? I was going to give it to Fran when I see her again. Yeah, that also makes me wonder, who should I give the second weapon to? It would be nice to give Ellie or Teal some extra arts attack, which those weapons will most likely have. But in terms of just getting attack up, maybe just giving something to Noelle would be the thing to do. Just so she can kill mobs quicker. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get Noelle's weapon. You managed to find 5 whole Simorian ore shards? I can make you a weapon like you've never seen with those things. We already got infinity, so let's get Noelle's weapon. I'm actually tempted to give this because I'm pretty sure it has evasion in it as well. We just make Risha a second evasion tank. Oh, I'm tempted. Let me check just to make sure. Enochian or whatever it is, Risha. Oh, it doesn't actually have it. In that case, I'm just not gonna buy. I'm gonna reload and give it to someone else. Okay. We do gotta bring in Noelle to actually equip that, so let's go to the SSS building, or the garage rather. So Arc Soleil, extra range, a lot of damage, a lot of strength, and costs us Petrify. Doesn't she already have a Petrify orb on it as well? So 30% chance to petrify stuff? Cool. He's gonna just be destroying the little mobs. And let's save here.